As the population of Lagos increases by the day, the importance of affordable housing cannot be overemphasized. Over the years, we have seen the emergence of several real estate companies. But what should Lagosians look out for before investing in any property? On this episode of The Guest, we will be discussing with confident Osuoha, the sales and marketing consultant for Land of Gold Consult. Land of Gold Consult is a professional real estate firm that specializes in assisting clients to meet their real estate needs. They sell, advise, guide, and update clients on how to get authentic land and property in Lagos.
This is The Guest, brought to you by AFOREVO TV. I am Ahina Atta and you're welcome. Welcome, Confidence. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank God.
Obviously, you looking fine.
Yeah, definitely.
So now let's talk about Land of Gold. Tell us briefly about your company.
Okay, Land of Gold Consult is a consulting firm whereby we assist and guide clients investing into real estate in Nigeria, mostly in Lagos State. Not even Lagos, anywhere in Nigeria. Due to our experience in the real estate industry, we have made a lot of clients have their own ownership in Nigeria. So we make the transaction seamless and we also update them during the process of getting their properties.
So how did your career begin as a real estate consultant?
It's a long process, but I thank God. It's a long process, but we thank God.
So now, there is this thing that usually confuses me about the terms used in the real estate industry, in the real estate world. There is the real estate agent, there's the realtor, there's the real estate developer, and there's the real estate investor. Can you tell us the meaning and the difference between these terms?
Okay, real estate developer and real estate investors. Real estate developers buy land and develop and sell it to the investors. So investors are the people that purchase a real estate property.
Okay, so what about the real estate agent?
The real estate
and the
agent
realtor?
and real estate victor. They're almost the same thing, but it's just that real estate victor is more professional than agent, because agent will want to sell property to you based on they want to earn the commission fast. They don't care if it's what you like, it's what you want, they want to just sell it to you. But real estate vector, real estate brokerage, what we have to do, we have to confirm that this is what you need. If this is, we put client interests first. If this is what you want, we have to go through the process of acquiring these properties before you go into it for security purpose and satisfaction purpose.
So the realtor is more organized than the agent?
The agent. The agent will just carry you to Paco house, show you anything, and you'll be saying, this is not what I want. So that is it.
I just want to know, is it better to buy a land from an investor or a real estate developer compared to the native indigenous owners of a land or property?
It is better to buy through a real estate developer because of
than
security.
The native owner of the land.
Because of security purpose. Because recently, last year ago, we have a client who came back to Nigeria and saw that his property he bought 5 years before he traveled back. Someone is bidding on it. So, and now
that's a common thing.
Yes, and right now, even that case is still in court because it's not only him, there are 5 people on that particular land.
What are the documents you need to look out for when buying these properties that will make you the genuine and original owner of that property?
Okay, firstly, before buying a property, you have to go for title documentation. You have to ask the owner what title this land or property has. Is it C of O, a section, governor consent, or gazette? There you go to Alausa and do your search firstly before buying any property.
To search for what? To search
if this property have this title, this list of title I just mentioned. Approved eviction, governor consent, C of O, and gazette. Those are the valid title for any land. So you take the document or file number given to you, go to Alausa, do your search to confirm if this title they told me this land has, it is what it has.
You just mentioned like several documents now.
Yes.
So what are the differences between these documents?
There are what title documents. Okay, for example, now the CFO is a title that is given to you by the government. So it has a duration like 99 years. You must use the land. After using the land, then you start paying again. So why a section is like an aside land given to you by the government to the villagers mostly. There's this mistake that some complain or Victor used to say, government a section. A title section does not have government section because it's not government that owns it's not government that owns the
the government has already given it to the community.
Already. So you call it it has village section.
Okay.
So the right word to use for it is government approved section.
Okay.
Because the government have already approved it already and given it to the community. So why the governor consent is the other way of registering for the CFO. For example, if someone buy a land that has a CFO, the other way to do it is to go for governor consent. That is register the deed of assignment again.
Okay, so after getting your CFO, you still go for the governor's
the CFO does not contain your name.
Okay.
Don't forget, it contains the seller's name. So for you to put your name there, you have to register the deed of assignment again. So that is when the governor consent come in. So then the Gazette is still the same thing as the section, approved section. But it's just that the Gazette is already filed out, that bring out the file number of that village.
Okay.
But they're almost the same thing.
So before you buy a land, you should make sure that each of these documents are brought before you to...
Yes, to do your search before buying it. Unless you are buying a freehold land. If you're buying a freehold land, it's 50-50. It's either...
But it's cheaper.
It's cheaper, yes. It's very cheap. So most people will say they want to take the risks. It's either the government give you the property or the government demolish the property. So it's 50-50. So if you want to take the risk, you can take the risk.
Can you acquire those documents yourself? Because this time around, you're buying those, you're buying the land or the property. So the person selling those properties to you are supposed to give you these documents while you go and do your research. But you buying this 50-50 land, can you go and acquire those documents?
That is why we have real estate developers. Okay. What they do is, if you buy all this free old land or all this land that has register survey, what they do is they bring the subscribers, the client together and say, okay, now we want to perfect this title. This is the amount you are paying. And if you are coming in group, you are paying lesser. But if you are going on your own, you are paying higher. Do you get me? If you are coming in group, you are paying lesser.
If I want to acquire a land or someone wants to acquire the land, what are the right steps? What are the steps they should go through or take to acquire a land?
Firstly,
or a property.
Okay, firstly, what you have to do is you have to know your purpose. Why do you want to buy this property first? After knowing your purpose, then you look at your financial statements and know your budget.
Okay.
So after knowing your budget, then you look at, you get a rector, a real estate consultant that will assist you, that have experience in the real estate industry. So after getting a rector, the next step you will do, then you book an inspection and site the property. So after booking an inspection, saying that this is what you want, is okay, you're cool with it, then you do your documentation search. You search the documents of that property. If it's okay, everything is cool, then you make an offer. Negotiate with the seller. If it's an individual properties. But if not, negotiate with the seller. Then after that, you close the day. The day is closed. Then you collect your deed of assignment and that is all.
Let's assume someone wants to buy a property. You know, some properties come with furniture while others, maybe it will just be the building. So if a person wants to purchase a property, how will they know the actual cost of that property? Considering that some developers may want to rip off their clients. So how can someone make sure that they get the value for their money when buying a property? Okay,
first of all, you have to do your survey search by knowing the cost of the land of that property.
Okay.
And also again, then the quality of the property. How luxury is it a smart home? Does it come with standard furnitures? Then also you go around that environment and do some search, like the neighborhood around that property, then the value of houses around that houses, and the rental income of such properties. Then you can know the value of what you are going for.
So what if it's way below the price that you're being offered by the realtor or the developer?
Then you negotiate for it. You negotiate for it. If the owner agrees to sell it the price you're offering, it is a good to go.
Do you help your clients negotiate sometimes?
When it comes to individual properties, I do that a lot. But when it comes to real estate developers properties, most of the price are fixed price, so you don't negotiate that.
So when you negotiate for your clients, I'm sure when they buy a land or a property for a huge amount, it means more money for you. So while negotiating,
yes,
are you really negotiating considering that?
Yes.
Would you not rather convince the clients to purchase that property for that amount than to, negotiate and beat down the price?
Firstly, like I said, we do put our client interest first. So, and part of our goal is to make sure that we make more homeowners every year. So what we do is we negotiate for the clients.
There's this thing right now with some developers. Some people just build properties for, should I say building sake, but the standard and the quality is not there. This has made people skeptical about buying properties, especially furnished properties. Is there like a selected developer you work with, or you just go out and acquire properties that are available for sale, or you go out on your own and make sure that these properties that you're selling meet up to the standard of a real property?
We don't sell any other properties. We go do our due diligence, go out, look for company who has done past projects so far, and a lot to show for.
And you work with them.
And we work with them, with partners. So we don't say any house is fun.
Why?
Because when it comes to houses, there are a lot of houses in Lagos, in Nigeria itself. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the standard, a lot. So we pick out the best in it.
I have a friend that bought a property, and immediately they moved into the property. They'll go to the kitchen and try to wash their hands. The sink will fall off. They'll go to the bathroom, and maybe they want to bathe. They'll open the tap, and the handle will just fall off, and everything keeps falling off this house. In fact, they started refurnishing the house again, and they paid for the furniture. So for this reason, some people would rather prefer to build their own house. So they'll just buy a bare land and develop it themselves and just build. To you, which do you think is better, to buy a property or to buy a land and build it from the scratch?
It's based on the buyer's option. A buyer can say, I want to buy a land and build my mansion. Buyer can say, no, I don't have that time or stress to be buying a land and build. Let me just go into a pay and parking property. So it's based on the client's option.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. I still have confidence right here with me. How you doing?
Fine, fine.
Everyone wants to be a landowner or a property owner in Lagos, but not everyone can afford it. Do you have a payment plan for your clients that cannot afford to just pay at once?
Yes, there's a payment plan. We have payment plan of 6 months. We have payment plan of 12 months. We have plan of 18 or 24 months. And also again, we also partner with mortgage firm for clients that want to just own a home but does not have the full money and want to pay within years. So we partner with the mortgage firm on that.
In Lagos presently, we have a lot of real estate agents, real estate developers. It seems like the business of this season right now. And that is why it's important for people to know these things. But tell me, as a professional, where are the areas, what areas would you advise someone to buy a property right now in Lagos?
There is no best area for you to buy a property right now in Lagos. Yes, the reason why I say so is that it all depends on the client. Purpose of buying this property, your preference that will determine the best area for the client. Why? For example, like client may say, I want somewhere close to the beach, I want somewhere that is popping, I want somewhere, so that is client preference. So client will say, okay, my purpose is for long-term investment, then you look into Ibejuleki, short-term investment, you look into Lekki. That's why I said it all depends on the client preference and purpose that will determine the best area for the client.
But some real estate agents will tell you right now, you have to buy a land in Lekki or Dangote Refinery, because that's like the area right now in Lagos that you should be investing in.
Yes, that's why you have to come to a professional real estate consultant to advise you how to invest into real estate.
So in essence, you're telling us that there is no best area to buy a property right now.
I will not lie to you. There is no best area. There is no best area.
When is the right time to buy a property then?
The right time to buy a property then is always now.
What do you mean by now?
It's always now because you may see a promo sales or a discount sales or introductory sales. You came to it after doing your due diligence, and also you get the best time to inspect a property is during the rainy season for you to know the environment, erosion, if it's free from flood, and it's also the best time is rainy season. But the best time to buy a property is always now.
What about the best time to sell a property? Is it also now?
The best time to sell a property, it really depends on the client. For example, if the client have a property that is still developing, and the best time for the client to sell is when the land is already developed, then you know you want to sell this property. You are ready to sell it. That's the best time.
Some people will tell you, buy a land in, let's say, Ibejuleki or Mowe in the next 5 years. Because there's this funny thing that happened. I know of someone that sold a property to a client. And I think 5 years later, the man came back. He was like, you told me that this land will be viable in the next 5 years. And this is 5 years later. This land is still there. In fact, lands are getting cheaper in this area.
Yes. I really concur with you on that. It happens a lot. The thing there is that is why before buying a property, you have to come to a professional real estate consultant, because we are the middle person between the buyer and the seller. Are you with me? That's why you have to come to a real estate consulting firm, because if you're coming to a real estate consulting firm, they will do their own analysis. After 5 years, this is what the property will be. They'll do their own market search and make you see reason why you should get this property. But if you're going to an agent will only tell you what you want to hear.
Okay, let's move on to the last segment of this program, and that is the game section.
Okay.
So on this game, let me tell you how it works. We're going to put 2 options for you. We're going to take you around the world. We just want to know your preference. You're going to pick one area over the other and tell us why you're picking that or choosing that area over the other one.
Okay.
So, yes. Can we have them on our screen? So this is Ikorodu and this is Ibejuleki. Which of these areas would you prefer to buy a land or a property?
Okay. Ibejuleki.
Why?
Ibejuleki.
Do you know how far Ibejuleki is from the mainland?
Distance.
You prefer Ibejuleki?
When it comes to investment, Ibejuleki.
Remember that there is a 4th mainland bridge that is supposed to link Ikorodu to the island, meaning that if you walk on the island and you live in Ikorodu, you can easily access work and you can easily go to the mainland from Ikorodu.
Firstly, what are the developments in Ikorodu there? There's not much development there compared to Ibejuleki.
Estate agents will tell you that immediately they complete the 4th mainland bridge, Ikorodu will be transformed.
That's the only development they have there compared to Ibejuleki. Ibejuleki, we have a lot of development occurring there. They call that place the smart city of Lagos.
Okay.
We have the free trade zone.
Okay.
We have the Lakapai Topicana. We have the proposed 4th mainland bridge. We have the proposed airport. And we also have the Dangote refinery. So if I want to get a property, I'll look into Ibejuleki and I will get it cheaper. And relax while my investment skyrockets.
Let's go to the next one. So if you are to buy a property or a land in Victoria Island or in Ikeja, which would you go for and why?
Victoria Island, Ikeja.
Yes.
Firstly, I have to look at my purpose, my preference. Why did I want to go into Victoria Island? Why did I want to go to Ikeja? If I want to see big people there, all the celebrities and co, I'll go to Victoria Island. Yeah. If I want to be seeing P-Square, Leader Ikeji, want to be among the.
What if you're buying for investment?
For investment, I'll go for Ikeja. For example, a plot of land there maybe is going for, let me say, 300 million or 400 or 500.
That's
I can
in
buy
Victoria Island.
Yes, I can buy 2 or 3 of it in Ikeja. So for investment, I'll go for Ikeja. But for maybe to be a monk, I'll go to Victoria Island.
Okay, that's the next one we have. Okay, if you are to buy a land or a property in Magodo or Aja, let's say a property, not land, a property in Magodo or in Aja, which would you go for?
Okay. Looking at it, Magodo and Aja. Magodo is a good place, good cool place too. Okay, I'll go for Magodo.
You go for Magodo?
Yes, Magodo. Magodo GRA.
Why? Why are you going for Magodo?
Because of development, and it's a residential place too.
Okay, let's move to the next game. Okay, would you rather buy a property in Dubai, which is like the commercial city of the world, or Greece? Which would you go for?
Dubai.
You rather buy a property in Dubai?
Yes, Dubai.
Why?
Dubai, because Dubai is a populated and commercial hub, whereby people from different countries come to experience and have fun. So I'll go for Dubai.
You have heard from the professional herself. So now, if you want to acquire a land or a property in Lagos, you know what to do now. Do not allow anybody fool you or dupe you in this Lagos. Shine your eye, oh.
Shine your eyes. Yes. So
do you have any last words for the viewers?
Okay. What I want to say is that please, when buying a property or investing into real estate, please go through a professional rector for safety and security purpose, please. So you can contact us at Land of Good Consults, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Let's help you on your next investment.
Okay. They said they want to help you. Yeah, it's a win-win situation. You get a good property and they help you get a good property and they get something of it. So guys, this is where we draw the curtain today. My name is Ahine Ato. It was nice doing this. Keep watching AFOREVO TV. This is the guest. Please subscribe and share this video. Thank you.